Hey everybody, and welcome to my October 2016 video update. It has been a while, and I am super excited to kind of tell you about what's going on in my tank, what changes there have been, the good, the bad, and so on and so forth. So, you're looking at the front of my tank right now, which I am really happy with. Right in the middle, you'll see that I bought a Colt Coral, and I have been going to my LFS week after week looking for the perfect coral, and I wanted something that grows quickly, something like a soft or a leather coral, and they have this beautiful green one, but they never have it for sale, and I can't remember the name of it, and they said it's slow growing, and so I reluctantly bought this Colt Coral. It wasn't very big, it wasn't the right color. I put it in here, and I'm thrilled by it. You can kind of see it's taken up that space in the middle. That middle space is where I had, I'm forgetting the name, but my other coral that my smaller male clownfish loved to death. Yes, that is gone, unfortunately, and I'm totally blanking on the name, but I'm sure you guys will remember that quite simply. I also had to move. If you look at the bottom left-hand corner where my egg can is right now, that was on top of the rock just to the right of the Colt Coral. You can probably see, and you'll see a little closer view here in a second, the center of it is dead. While I was gone on vacation this summer down in Mexico, I didn't secure it properly, and of course a turbo snail came, knocked it over, and it was upside down when I got home, and the whole middle section was dead. So, as I was saying, I just had to run away. My kids are out there doing something. The whole center of the egg can died, and what's been growing in its place now has been dinoflagellates. You know, they've been in my tank, they've been under control. They don't pop up really anywhere, but I'm pretty sure they're going to always be there. But if you look in the middle, I try to clean it occasionally, and you can tell they're dinoflagellates for two reasons. One is because they get all these air bubbles, and two, the day after I saw my turbo snail on top of it, it died. So I know it's still in the tank, but I'm trying to keep it under control. It's not expanding anywhere, and I love this coral, and I don't know if it's going to grow back into the middle, but I kind of hope it does, but I really have no experience with that. My absolute favorite coral you're looking at right now, my hammer coral, I just love the green tips. You know, so many of the hammer corals are really splotchy and blotchy, but this one is just such a pure green, and from what I can tell, it is just growing, and I kind of want to move it, but I think it's super happy where it is, so I'm just going to leave it right there. If you're looking at the side view of my tank as well, you can see the leather coral, the Colt Coral color is great. It's going to grow quickly, I hope, and I think I'm going to keep it there for now. Who knows where I'm going to move it to in the end, but I'm pretty happy with where it is right now. My sand bed is getting smaller and smaller because I bought the sugar fine sand, and I'm slowly sucking it all up every time I vacuum, which I'm actually okay with because I just bought some new sand that I'm going to add to that. On the left-hand side, you'll kind of see my Euphilia garden. The torch corals that you see on the left are actually two different kinds, but they kind of make this nice little spiral staircase that goes up to the top. And in the bottom left, you can't really see it, but that was my anemone. Here's kind of a closer view of the Colt Coral. I just super glued it in place. I didn't want to epoxy it because I was worried that I was going to have to move it, and then I hate dealing with epoxy. And every time I put my hands in the tank now, one of my blue damsels, I call him Lancelot, just attacks the heck out of my arm. So I actually have to have my wife or myself put something in there and chase him away, or else he'll bite the heck out of my arm, which doesn't hurt, but it's just kind of shocking. So here's kind of the side view. I had a lot of algae problems recently, growing kind of all over the grass, and I looked, and for the first time ever, I actually tested positive. I had like 0.8, 0.08, whichever the right one is, of phosphates in the water. And so I changed my high-capacity GFO, and that seemed to clear the problem right up. I've also been doing a little bit of hydrogen dosing. Hydrogen peroxide dosing. Everything seems to take it pretty well, except for the star polyps. So what I do is I wait until the green star polyps pull in, and once they pull in and they're in their kind of purple shell, then I dose the tank, and then it seems to be totally fine. I'm not sure how effective it is, but it certainly seems to help with some of the algae, destroying it a bit. But regardless, everything else in the tank is doing really well. I think my fish levels are kind of perfect. If I do add something, it's going to be after I add more sand to the tank, and I might try another pistol shrimp goby combination, but I'm wary of that because my clowns and my blue damsels are semi-aggressive, and they kind of understand the pecking order right now. And also my pistol shrimp that's currently in there, which is not form relationships with gobies, it has his spot, and I don't want him to start moving and attacking the other pistol shrimp. So I'm going to take some time, I'm going to do some research, but right now I'm just overall super happy. The coralline algae's taking off, you know, I keep on my cleaning schedule once a week or so, and it's a really kind of a peaceful thing. And the exciting thing coming up is that I have a new job, and I have a beautiful office, and I'm going to be putting a fish tank in there. So there'll be way more to come, way new videos on that. Please do subscribe to my videos, like them, dislike them, join the conversation. YouTube community is a great community, so thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.